Our Evan Kozloff joining us now from the Longworth building, where this hearing is still underway.
So, Evan, the big question here is whether or not the RFK site should be leased back to D.C. What are you hearing?
So that's what they're discussing right now inside this room right here behind me in Longworth. That's 1334 here. It actually started around 2 o'clock. They spoke for about a half hour. Then they went on recess because they had a vote on the floor. So they're actually just getting started. They're back in there right now. As we were talking about, the big question is about whether or not that land should be leased back to the city so they could develop the land as they see fit. That could be for commercial purposes. Of course, it could be for housing. It could be for open space. And then, of course, for a stadium. This is nothing new. We've been talking about this for months. The mayor has been pushing for this. She's been one of the most vocal people here in the city calling for it. But this is a landmark moment because it's the first time that Congress is holding a committee on this, or rather a hearing on this bill. Testifying today is Delano Hunter. He's up there right now from DC Department of General Services. I spoke with him during that recess about what he envisions for that space.
It's a nearly 190-acre campus. There's an opportunity to do a multitude of good for the Hill East community and all of the district. And again, I would look no further than what the district has been able to do down at the Wharf, St. Elizabeth East Campus, also the Navy Yard, with Yards in Canal Park. The district does this sort of mixed use very well. We're really excited about the prospects for RFK.
So, Evan, this is, just kind of, in some respects, a preview of what we could call the big show tomorrow. This bill is going to be debated for a markup in front of the House Oversight Committee. Can you help us distinguish what's the difference between what's going on in this subcommittee hearing today and what they're going to be doing in that hearing tomorrow where they do the markup and oversight?
Right, so tomorrow's is the markup, and that's usually the last step before they go ahead and vote in committee, and they are expecting for that to happen tomorrow. That's according to the chairman as well as DC Delegate Eleanor Holmes Norton. And this is one of those rare situations where we're actually seeing bipartisanship from both of those people I just named. First, let's hear from Delegate Norton, who I asked that question, when might we get a vote on this? Take a listen.
The fact that there is a markup and that it is a bipartisan bill means that bill is going to move.
Personally, you're somebody that grew up in DC. What would it mean to you to have the commanders back at RFK?
It would mean a hell of a lot to me as a DC resident whose people were here. To be without a team hurts.
So you could hear there that Norton is very confident that they're going to vote this out of committee tomorrow. She thinks that since this is a bipartisan bill, it could be voted on the entire House floor in just a matter of weeks. We're going to have a lot more coming up at 5 o'clock. One, we're going to hear from the people inside this hearing right now. We're going to have more sound from inside this hearing, which is happening as we speak. Also, we're going to hear from the chairman who I spoke with before this meeting. For now, though, I'll send it back to you guys from here in Longworth.
A lot of opinions at play here, a lot of moving pieces. Evan, please keep us updated, and we'll be checking in with you for those developments. Thank you.